Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's Kerry the Chemist here, and it's been a while since I've made any video, and today I would like to share with you my story about how I purchased a house in Canada. So I've been living in Canada for a while now, maybe 12 years. So it has always been my dream to own my own home, and I just want to take you along that journey and tell you my story of how I purchased my own home in Canada. So keep watching this video if you want to hear the story. Okay, guys? Okay, so how to buy a house in Canada, my story. So the first thing, oh, I love to talk about money. So here is where the money comes in. First thing on the list is save some money. So you have to save that down payment, right? If your house is going to be, let's say, a nice $400,000, it can be more expensive with this market. With COVID, it's very expensive, So let's work with 400,000, and you need to save money to do your down payment. There are a few terms that you need to be familiar with. So save money to purchase your house, you need to start saving. So you can save with a tax-free savings account, and this is a type of account where you can put your money down and it grows tax-free. This was one of the tools that I used when I was saving towards my house, and the more, like, every year there's a lot of details about it that you can discuss with your bank and find out more about the tax-free savings account. So I'm just giving you some information, and then you have to go and do your research, okay, guys? I also went ahead and opened a retirement savings, like a RRSP, which is a registered retirement saving plan. And here you put money down for retirement, and it's not taxed until you withdraw that money upon retirement. So I've used that as another tool to save money. The good thing about the RRSP is that there is a program called the Home Buyers Plan, HBP, and this program allows you, when you're purchasing your first home, that you can withdraw your RRSP and use that towards your down payment without any penalties. The only catch is that you have to pay back this money within a 15-year period. Into these things, guys, speak to your bank, your financial advisor. So make sure you have a tax-free savings account, an RRSP, and those are some of the ways that you can start saving towards your down payment. So how much house can you afford? Okay. The money you put towards the purchase of the house is the amount you need for your down payment, and that depends on the price of the house. You can pay down 5% minimum or up to 20%. If your down payment is less than 20% of the price of the house, you have to purchase a mortgage loan insurance. And this is to protect the lender in case you can't pay your mortgage. It doesn't protect you, okay? It's also called a mortgage default insurance. And your lender may require you to get mortgage loan insurance if you are self-employed or if you have poor credit history. So you guys maybe have seen my video about credit score. You need to watch that video if you don't know how a credit score impacts purchasing a house. So this is where all of this comes in. So let's say, for example, your house costs $400,000 and your down payment is 5%. That will be $20,000 in terms of your down payment. And then you would pay a default insurance of about $15,000. So the default insurance is there to protect the lender, as I said, and if you pay 5%, then you end up paying a little bit more for your house. But I delayed purchasing a house because I was concerned about, oh, do I have this 20%? I was aiming for the 20%, but with the increased prices for the homes going up every year, they went up. So it eventually I said, okay, I'm just going to go ahead, do my 5% down payment, do my mortgage insurance, and go from there. So don't delay, guys, because you don't have a 20%. There are ways to get around that, okay? The next step is to get pre-approved. So you will go to the bank, whichever bank you choose, and go in there and speak to the loan officer and tell them that you would like to purchase a house, and then they will look into your finances and see how much of a house you can afford. So they will look at your salary, they will look at your expenses, your loans, all of your other things, and see your credit history, credit score, and see how much of a house you can afford. We went through a mortgage broker, and our mortgage broker was good in terms of she looked at different options and the best interest rate and all of that when she was choosing our bank. So we ended up with a credit union, which was great. So we benefited from using a mortgage broker instead of going to the bank and negotiating ourselves. So you need to know how much house you can afford before you speak to your realtor, and your realtor wants to know what price houses they will show you when you're going to house shopping. So step 3, you're going to shop for your new house. Yes, the exciting part. So we spoke to our realtor and said, okay, this is what our down payment is, and this is how much house we can afford. So we gave her price and we discussed all of that, and then she sent us a few different options. With COVID, it's so expensive, oh my god. So we looked at maybe 3 houses, like we went to view 3 houses, and then we were bidded out of one. The other one wasn't suitable for our family size, and we chose this one, and it was a great choice because the prices were just climbing and climbing and climbing during this time. Like, COVID really made the market really, really expensive, which is opposite of what I expected, but apparently there are less houses, more demand and less houses right now. Okay, so you need to discuss with your realtor what areas you want to live in, what's the location, what features are you looking for. Are you looking for 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, detached, townhouses? Like, these are things that you would tell your realtor before you go house shopping, so that they know what you want to see. And then you would do a couple or more viewings, and then decide on what house suits you best. The seller is the one who pays the realtor fees, so make use of this experience, because you don't have to worry about, oh, how am I gonna get all this money to pay this one and that one. The realtor fee is covered by your seller. Okay, guys? The realtor is the one who will deal with all of this. Make sure that there's an inspection. Make sure that there's... Look at the pricing, the inspection, the closing date. Make sure that... Look at your finances and everything. So everything kind of comes together after the realtor puts in an offer. And then you're also talking to your lender at this time to fill out your applications and look at your finances. So an example of what we did with our mortgage people is like, they look at your employment, they look at your finances, and I think those are the main things, because they really want to see if you're good at paying back loans, and if you're earning enough to pay off this mortgage, because most mortgages will be about 15 minimum years to 30 years. So it depends on how young you are when you purchase a house. I think we ended up with maybe at 25 years or 22 years something. So all of these things are factored in, and the lender will make sure that everything is good before they lend you all this money, okay? For step 5, we're looking at the lawyer. So the lawyer is speaking to the bank and they're speaking to you, and everything comes together. You're looking at the documentations, and you have a lot of things that you have to sign to make sure that this is a real big purchase, guys. So it is very, very, very stressful. So we made several trips back and forth to our lawyer, and at this point, this is where we're looking at closing costs. So closing cost is like 1.5% of your payment. So you have your down payment, which could be 5%, and then your closing cost is about 1.5% of the cost of the home. So it includes the expenses, the lawyer fee, the land transfer tax, inspection, if you have a septic tank, all these things are factored into your closing cost. So you have your closing cost and your down payment, and your check will be written to the lawyer, and then the lawyer speaks to the bank or the lender, and then everything comes together, and then you get your key, and then yes, you start paying off your mortgage. So that's it, guys. That's my exciting journey of what we did, like when we got the house, the exciting part, and when we got our key and when we went in. So if you want to see that, continue to watch. Okay, so this is Kerry the Chemist. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you, guys. Bye. You're not looking at me. Okay, all right, go on.
Okay.
Yeah.